Do you struggle to fall asleep at night because of an overwhelming need to move your legs? Maybe you experience the aggravating sensation of an itch or tickle deep in your limbs that can't be scratched? Millions of people are suffering from an issue with restless legs, but unfortunately medical communities are not aware of the true causes of this condition. As a result, doctors are unable to offer effective suggestions for addressing this syndrome's root cause. In this video you will learn some of the most common causes of restless legs, along with different foods, supplements, and practices you can implement to recover from this condition. The name restless legs syndrome does not describe just one particular state of suffering. This syndrome presents itself in a variety of different ways, all of which can vary in the level of severity. In some cases of restless legs syndrome, people get an itch that they cannot scratch and cannot soothe. The infuriating feeling of itchiness usually occurs deep within the legs rather than on the surface. Typically, this kind is caused by a virus, the shingles family virus. There are undiscovered varieties of the shingles virus that don't cause rashes but do cause many other symptoms. Medical communities aren't yet aware of this. Another form of restless legs can stem from sciatica. The sciatic nerve can cause a lot of restless leg issues, even if you don't feel it directly at the nerve. In this case, restless leg syndrome can be caused by a disc issue, a direct injury. Or it could also be triggered by a rashing or non-rashing strain of the shingles virus inflaming the sciatic nerve. Epstein-Barr virus can cause this too, but shingles is far more common. The shingles virus swells up the nerves in the lumbar spine, forcing the discs to move and causing the nerves to get squeezed. This is also behind the confusion when people are told they have a slip disc, but they haven't done anything to cause it. Viral activity alone can cause the discs in our spines to be forced out of position. If you feel that your restless legs are stemming from a sciatic nerve issue, make sure to ice it at night and use warm heat in the morning. This will help calm the nerve down and help it begin to heal. Bringing antiviral supplements into your protocol, like those I list in description below this video, can be critical as well. It might surprise you to learn this, but restless legs can also be triggered by food moving through the colon. Sometimes people develop a little bit of gastritis because of inflammation from bacteria. As the gas bubbles are moving through the intestine they can hit inflamed areas, little pockets in the lining known as diverticulosis that could be caused by E. coli or streptococcus. These gas bubbles traveling past can trigger restless legs because there are countless nerve endings in our intestinal tract. To better grasp this, it might be helpful to know that the intestinal tract is like a second nervous system. This is one of the most irritating and common causes of restless legs syndrome. Gas bubbles moving through the intestinal tract irritate the nerve endings in the colon that are connected to the lower half of your body, which can trigger sensations in the legs. Another aspect of the intestinal causes of restless legs syndrome can be related to low hydrochloric acid and low bile production. When there are not enough bile salts coming out of the liver to break down food properly, the food that isn't broken down goes through the intestinal tract and rubs against sensitive nerves. Incorporating celery juice into your diet can be an incredible support for those suffering from this particular type of restless legs syndrome. The liver and the intestines can go hand in hand when it comes to restless legs syndrome. The liver can contribute to the low bile production that impacts the body's ability to digest foods properly. The liver can easily grow overheated because it is so overburdened with viruses, poisons, pesticides, herbicides, DDT, adrenaline and more. The liver has to take on every toxin you are exposed to and attempt to deal with it. You might even have a virus like Epstein-Barr in the liver causing scar tissue. The liver can grow sluggish, stagnant, and unresponsive, but this organ can also grow over-responsive and can begin to squirm, wriggle, and spasm. Some people feel this activity, but others do not. People might not even realize restless legs are what are keeping them up. They might just wake up in the middle of the night and not know why. They may even mistakenly assume it's because they need to go to the bathroom. Others know that their restless legs are the issue, but they do not realize that their overburdened, spasming livers are the cause. You can have so many things going on in the liver such as sluggishness or liver heat that might not be recognizable. They might not even show up on a blood test, CT scan, or MRI. A fatty liver can be detected, but a pre-fatty liver, which is currently undiagnosable, can cause restless legs as well. Restless legs syndrome condition can also be caused by heavy metals that interrupt the neural pathways in the brain. If you think your particular restless leg syndrome is related to heavy metals, working to clear them out of your system is critical. Restless legs do not usually arise from just one thing. There are multiple factors and sometimes cases involve a number of them at once. You can actually be experiencing all of the factors mentioned above at the same time. Sadly, the lack of information surrounding this condition forces doctors to have very few beneficial solutions to offer their patients. Some doctors offer their patients medication. And in some instances, certain medications can temporarily help lessen the suffering for a person, which can allow them to heal in other ways. Although medication can be beneficial in certain circumstances, it's helpful to be cautious with it. The supplements and foods that are right for each individual will depend largely on what factors are contributing to their restless legs. In the case of heavy metal deposits, cilantro and the heavy metal detox smoothie are incredibly important to begin removing these metals from the body. This smoothie isn't just for detoxing heavy metals though. These ingredients, which include wild blueberries, cilantro, dulse, spirulina, and barley grass juice powder, offer support to the body in countless ways. Incorporating a plethora of fruits and vegetables into your diet can be a fantastic way to begin combating restless legs syndrome. Potatoes are a miracle food for restless legs. Try and eat steamed potatoes. They have powerful antiviral properties and are wonderfully healing. They have enough lysine to kill off viruses residing in the liver that may be contributing to someone's restless legs syndrome. If your restless legs syndrome stems from a heavy metal issue, eating mango before bed can help with calming the electrical impulses in the brain. Celery juice is also a powerful aid for restless legs syndrome and can benefit the body in multiple ways. Wild blueberries, found in the heavy metal detox smoothie, can positively benefit a restless legs syndrome case regardless of the cause. These powerful berries help combat the shingles virus, aid in reducing inflammation, offer tremendous support for the liver. PharmaGABA can help mitigate symptoms, as well as melatonin. It may be best to start with a small dose of melatonin, but know that some people can benefit from working up to a larger dose. Bacopa can help support neurological issues contributing to people's restless legs syndrome. Licorice root can be incredibly supportive for helping to ease and calm down the liver. B12 with methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin and chaga mushroom extract powder are two other very supportive options. Look at description below this video. You can find links to these supplements. It's incredibly important to stay hydrated to help flush and cleanse the liver. Drinking lemon water daily is a fantastic addition for anyone working to heal restless legs syndrome. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe,